Let's give them something to talk about.
What about Hello Bios? No, we'll do it actual. We'll
Nice.
do it actual.
Nice. I like that. Damn it. That would have been perfect.
All right, we're leaving it
Um,
in. Hello,
Never leaving
boyos.
it. Hello, boyos.
Welcome to Last Week in Games, where everything is video games. Last week, we got some rumors coming out about Sony. Maybe gonna talk about their new subscription service this week. We'll see. We'll find out this week, but we'll talk about that. Also, some other stuff happened. My name is Jake. That is Nick. Nick, how you doing, man?
Oh, dude, I'm so tired. So let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little story about yesterday. So yesterday, me and the missus went out and we did some like general, shopping and shit like that. General errands. That's the word I was looking for. And then after that, I assisted with her, with one of her photo shoots. So we had to drive out to the Superstition Mountains, which is like an hour and a half away.
It's pretty far.
Drive back, so it was like a 3 hour thing. And then on top of that, also the photo shoot was like an hour long. So I didn't get back until like 8:30 back home, which is close to my bedtime. So at 9 o'clock, I jumped in bed and I'm like, all right, gotta wake up at 4 a.m. like I do every day. And I went to bed, but my dog was just like, hell no, son. You're gonna play with me until 3:30 a.m. And I got maybe an hour and a half of sleep within 30-minute chunks throughout last night. So that was fun. That was fun. It was bad. I'm tired and I'm kind of running on fumes, but we're here. We're drinking the Mountain Dew Code Red.
Hell yeah, baby.
Sponsor. Please sponsor us, Pepsi. Um, but yeah, it's a wild ride, man. And yeah, that's how you doing, Jake?
It's good, man. My day yesterday, I had a very eventful day. First of all, I'll top load it with some news about the channel, I guess. I did an interview with Jordan Blaine of New Comga, new Deep Dive with Jake. That'll come out on Wednesday. So anyone listening to this, look out for that. It was a really fun conversation. It was funny when most of these things, they're like 45-minute things where I just kind of talk about their career and how they got into this stuff and all that stuff. This ended up going for like an hour and a half because we ended up just like talking about Marvel and DC and shit. And like, yeah, it turned out to be a really great discussion. So,
Who is this Blaine Conga?
Yeah, Jordan Blaine of New Comga. He's
Okay.
he is he's like a TikTok guy who makes a lot of TikToks about comic books and movies and video games and anime and stuff. And his channel is starting to blow up a little bit. So I reached out to him because I liked his content. We also got into a fun little argument about Superman versus Goku, and that argument was very fun. So I figure I had him on the show to talk about it in person.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's good times. Good times. Also,
That's cool.
let's go Goku, right? I mean, Goku's beating Superman. This guy's crazy, dude. He thinks Superman's gonna beat Goku? Come on.
No way, dude. No way, dude. Superman needs a yellow sun.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe Goku when he was like Super Saiyan 1, 2, I'd even give you 3. But when he goes God, Super Saiyan God Goku, Ultra Instinct Goku,
yeah,
he doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't stand a chance.
Although Superman can move at the speed of a speeding train, but I guess so do most punches.
But in Dragon Ball Super, they had to go to a totally different plane of reality to fight because their punches were so hard that they might have destroyed the universe if they kept punching.
That's a good point.
I mean, Superman can't handle that heat.
I don't think so.
So that happened last night, and then later in the evening, I get excited every year for the Oscars. I'm one of the only people still around, still kicking it for the Oscars, and I was very excited to watch it. Uh, I
Who
had
is Oscar, by the way?
I don't know, man. I don't
Okay.
know. He, you
And
know,
how many are there of him? You know?
hundreds, thousands,
But there's
maybe.
got to be, yeah, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, I was very excited about the Oscars. I liked a lot of the movies that were nominated for Oscars, so I was excited to see who wins. Honestly, I don't even care about the winners. It's more just kind of fun to see who wins. I think that once you're nominated, like that's enough. You know, like
Yeah.
just here's all the movie
Yeah.
recommendations. Here you go. And that's why I like the Oscars, because it gives you all these movie recommendations, which a lot of them I had already seen, which is cool. And I was excited about it. And then fucking Will Smith decides to smack Chris Rock in the middle of the fucking show, which is wild. I did a whole video about the Oscars, not just about the slap, but I talked about the slap in the video.
Well, you
So,
have to. You have
yeah,
to.
yeah, you have to talk about it. But I did a whole video about it, so definitely go check that out if you're watching. But so my take's in there. I can reiterate my take, but I want to hear your take on
Oh,
both the
dude.
Oscars and the Chris Rock thing. Like,
Okay, so I hate both of them.
okay, the
So
Oscars
I'll
and
start with the Oscars. The
yeah,
Oscars I just hate because I don't see a reason to pull this
right.
shit.
No, I
Like
agree.
it could be done with an online poll and still it would still be stupid. Um
I don't because let me just interrupt you here. I don't like the online poll. I think the Academy is good because they had an online poll, and you know what the fucking winners were, Nick?
yeah,
Do you know what
I
the
do.
fucking winners were,
Yeah,
Nick?
it was like that fucking James Gunn movie.
Not James Gunn. It was Zack Snyder's Army of
Zack
the Dead.
Snyder.
Here were the
Zack
top three
Snyder.
movies. Here were the top three movies. First place was Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, and then that really shitty Netflix Cinderella movie. And what was the third one? Oh, some fucking Johnny Depp movie that no one's heard or seen of. Like no one gives a shit about it. Those were the three that won. And then they did a poll on the top 5 most iconic audience scenes. You know what the top 5 were? It was fucking the Matrix scene. Okay, that's fair. The Matrix scene.
Oh, of all time. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, of all time. The scene from
Jurassic
Dreamgirls.
Park.
It's the scene from Dreamgirls got number 4 where she's like singing, "And I'm telling you." Okay, fair enough. That's a great scene.
I don't know that one.
Number 3 was Endgame. Okay.
With the Endgame with the portals opening.
Yeah,
Or
and
no, with the catch.
the
Okay.
hammer and him going Avengers Assemble.
Okay.
And then number 2 was Spider-Man, the catch, the land with the 3 of them, the 3 Spider-Man. And number 1, number 1, Nick, was The Flash in Zack Snyder's Justice League going back in time. And this is why you can't have fan polls.
How
dude.
much money did Zack Snyder pay everybody?
That was the fan voted poll.
I didn't get my Zack Snyder check.
This is the problem with fan polls: is the only people who vote are the ones that are like these crazy fanatics, and everyone else just doesn't think about it. Because I didn't vote.
I didn't vote. I didn't even know that it was a thing.
I wouldn't vote.
But
That's stupid.
Okay, that was like top 5 of all time.
Yeah.
So The Matrix is like a movie from late 90s.
99, yeah.
I don't know the other ones from, but all the rest of them were like
last couple years.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Not even.
Like, okay, we've got like the scene from Alien.
Yeah.
We've got scenes from Jurassic Park. We got like way more iconic. You come to me on my daughter's wedding. Like seriously, you're putting all of that above. Like,
yeah. Well, I'll give them Endgame. Okay, Endgame definitely. Yeah, that scene iconic for sure. But like Spider-Man, like that shit just came out. I don't know.
I feel like Spider-Man and Endgame are the same. You can't really have two of the same sort of. You know, like
Flash,
you choose one.
The Flash shouldn't be in there at all.
No, absolutely not.
And the only reason that one,
I actually don't remember that happening. Him going back in time.
It's from the 4-hour cut of the Justice League, which
I saw that.
You watched it?
Not the whole thing.
It's at the end.
I definitely watched the end of it. I don't fucking remember what happens. I remember him carrying a building, and
it's like the big climax at the end. It's a pretty okay scene, but it's not like But the reason it won and why Army of the Dead won is because the Zack Snyder fans were upset that Justice League was not nominated for anything. And
And it rightfully doesn't deserve to
well,
be
it
nominated for
also
anything.
wasn't eligible for an Oscar because it was technically a director's cut.
Oh. Yeah, I
So,
mean that's fair.
yeah.
That's also fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
I don't trust fan polls.
I don't like the Oscars because it's all just, hey, look at these famous people who make way more money and let's give them a platform to say bullshit that they don't need to say. Um, thank people who, are literally just their family and that's it. Not anybody else who, worked on the movie. I would love for like somebody to go on stage and go, I really liked Chris. He was the sound guy.
They do that.
He made the sound so good. Like
There
every
was a
once
lot
in
of
a
that
while.
actually this year. There was a lot of
Was
that
there?
this year.
I fucking don't watch
Actually,
them.
and I will say, you saying like it's always celebrities going up, and that's one thing I like about the Oscars over the Grammys is like a lot of the Oscar winners are like best sound design. So it's like the sound guy is
Right.
going up and accepting
Right.
the awards, and like
Mhm.
best director. So it's the director going up. There's only
Yeah.
a couple. There's like 4 or 5. Like there's best supporting actor, best actor, and then best supporting
That's
actress
true.
and actor.
That is
Like,
true. Okay, so it is probably one of the better ones. This one,
yeah.
this award ceremony.
And
The
there
other
wasn't a
ones.
lot of political. I was surprised by the lack of political statements being made on the stage too. It was a lot of just like, "Hey, peace and love. We love this shit." And of course, Coda ended up winning like best motion picture and the dad from that movie. So there was a lot of like, thanks to the deaf community, and they were doing the
Yeah, yeah,
applause.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
pretty cool. I liked it.
I liked a scene in that movie, and I feel like one scene is the whole reason why that movie even won. But because that movie's kind of boring, if I'm being completely
Well,
honest.
yeah, go
Like,
ahead.
I feel like that movie is just so unrealistic to start. Like, oh, I'm deaf and my parents are, or I'm not deaf, but my parents are deaf, and I'm a cute little girl in high school who can sing perfectly. And oh, I have a crush on this boy, but I guess he also sings. Oh, and he's also the best, and we're both gonna be together. And my teacher knows how to get me into Berkeley, and blah blah blah. And it just fucking worked out so perfectly for this little girl. And it's like
Hey,
that
sometimes it
is
do.
not.
Sometimes it do,
No,
Nick.
I don't. Fuck that, man.
I will say
Um,
I had not seen the movie, and I said it in my Oscar video. Of all of the movies nominated, that was the one I hadn't seen, and I hadn't seen it because it only had limited screenings, so I wasn't able to find time to see it, and I don't have an Apple subscription, so I
uh,
never got to see it. But what I will say, and I said this to your fiance as well online,
uh-huh,
you know,
uh-huh.
representation leaves an impact on people, I think. So I think just the fact that there's a
Yeah,
lot of representation in that movie left an
and
impact.
I think the best. You haven't seen it though. You haven't seen it yet.
No,
Oh, okay. Well, the dad is
I've heard,
the
and he
only
won.
the he's
Yeah.
so good, and apparently in the Book of Boba Fett, he is one of the Tusken Raiders who does like the sign language, and he like made his own sign
Oh,
language. And I'm
cool.
like, that's kind of cool. Um, yeah. Uh,
All right, Chris
what?
Rock, Will Smith.
Oh, that's right. Chris Rock, Will Smith. How could I
Let's talk
forget?
about it. Let's talk about it.
Oh
We got
man,
time to
dude.
kill here. Let's go.
Yeah. I have zero respect for Will Smith anymore. Any respect I had for Will Smith is gone. That dude is trash and will just I don't think he can come back from that. That is such a okay. So the way I look at it, and I've said this many times just throughout just conversations, because conversations have come up like since yesterday, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'll do it once more. If you were to go to an expo of something, right? An award show for like, I don't know, construction consultants, right? And some guy is giving out awards and he's like, the who's the best, company to work for, and you are there representing your company, and you get called to go and accept an award. If that guy is like making jokes and you get offended at a joke made, like, everybody knows your company in that situation, and they're like, oh yeah, but that company, they give you the worst dirt. And everybody goes, ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you get up in there and you punch the dude, immediately fired. Immediately fired. You no longer have that award. You no longer work for that company, because that is so unprofessional for you to do in a professional setting like that. Like, granted, if you wanted to fucking go to a bar and get drunk and fucking punch each other, that in your own time, fucking fine.
Still don't do that though.
Well, but it's way more acceptable.
No, I agree.
To hear about like, oh, did you hear Will Smith punched Chris Rock at a bar because because he called his lady G.I. Jane? It's like, okay, cool, that whatever. But literally on live TV in a professional setting, as a professional promoting yourself and your movie, you go along and laugh at the joke and immediately stand up and sucker punch somebody. Way out of line, way unprofessional. And if I had anything to do with Will Smith, I would drop him yesterday. Like, anything at all. I would be like, dude, no way. We are never working with you again. That I cannot believe that he got his award. First off, I can't believe he was able to stay, and I can't believe how many people are on his side with this. There's just zero fucking, I don't get it. I understand a little bit of, like, he was defending his wife's, I'm not going to say disability, because fuck you, it's not a disability. Her, condition is what I'll say. And like, I get that part. Like, it's fucked up to say something about a condition. Like, oh, but he's a fucking stand-up comic, right?
How is he supposed to know, too? Like,
also that, like, he's razzing on Denzel Washington, I think, was there, and he said something right before
about Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem.
Yeah, so he's like razzing on people, and he's going down the list of people. I feel like at this point he's like, oh look, it's Tom Hanks, and Tom Hanks is such an asshole, ha ha ha. Even though he's like the craziest, nicest person, and then he goes to like somebody else, and he's like, duh, this person fucking fat, and oh, Seth Rogen here, he's a stoner, and then he goes over to Will Smith and he goes, G.I. Jane, your wife, and then that's totally wrong. Like, that was so mild. Yeah. You brought up, like, it would have been a little, it still wouldn't have been acceptable, but it would have been more acceptable if he called his wife like Mr. Clean. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, that would have been a little more acceptable.
Like,
but
G.I. Jane, it's like Demi Moore. Like,
yeah,
it's like a pretty lady.
Like, fucking kicks ass too. Yeah. Like, seriously, it boggles my mind that people standing behind.
And you're allowed to be offended by jokes. It's just like, dude,
there's a time and place. Yeah, like, we're all professional.
And even if it would have been better if he just fucking yelled out, like he did. If he was just like,
no.
I mean, that's still not great. He shouldn't have done anything. But
I'll tell you what he should have done. But go ahead.
If he was just like, keep my wife's name out of your mouth, that would have been one thing, you know. And it's like, that's still not great. Don't interrupt the show. Like, don't heckle the show. Heckling is bad. I thought we all acknowledged this. But then going up and smacking a dude, like, that's fucked. That's
assaulting. It's literally assault.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
And like, ultimately, dude, I don't even care about the slap that much. I was actually hoping to wake up this morning and we could all joke about it and make fun of Will Smith and Chris Rock. Because we'd all like understand like violence is bad and we could just joke about it. But what's happened is I've woken up and there's a debate going on, and it's like, dude, this is kindergarten level shit. And if this is where we are as a fucking, it's like fucking, we had Donald Trump for 4 years and everyone's fucking brain went to rot. Like, it's like that scene in Zoolander. I'm just like, I'm taking crazy pills over here. Like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
This is fucking nuts. It's the most basic, like, Don't be violent. Don't
It's
hit people.
decency. It's human
Yeah.
decency. We're
Don't
all
hit
living the
people in the
human
middle of a
experience.
stand-up set. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And then everyone's like, well, Jada Smith, or Jada Pickett Smith, has been very open about her
I didn't know.
alopecia. That's what it's called. I didn't know either. And it's
I
like
didn't know.
the audacity of these people to think I should know what's going on in their lives.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock should know. Chris Rock probably doesn't read the fucking tabloids about Jada Pinkett Smith. And if he did, it's a fucked up joke, okay? He shouldn't have made the joke.
I don't even think so. I don't think that's a fucked up joke to make at an Oscars, where every year, there's always somebody. You have Ricky Gervais. I don't remember what he hosts, but he hosts shit and he goes off on people, and not a single person has ever punched Ricky Gervais in the face. Although sometimes they should have, but also no.
Yeah.
That he's doing his job, right? He's making people laugh. Everybody was laughing except the target, which kind of happens. You have to have a target for a joke to land if you're doing roasting. That's the only way that roasts work. You have to have a target. And in these sort of award show, everybody's a target. You are not safe if you go. If you go. Like, that. Especially if you're in the front row in camera sight,
The Oscars have a troubled history, and this just continues the troubled history. Roman Polanski won Best Picture, I think, or Best Director. I think it was in 2002 when he's been on the run from the United States government since like 1980 something, and he still won Best Oscar. And Harrison Ford came out and talked about how great of a filmmaker he is, and everyone gave him a standing ovation. And then, of course, Harvey Weinstein was the Oscars golden boy, and everyone stood up and clapped for that man. And now everyone's standing up and clapping for Will Smith after he's perpetrating the cycle of abuse and toxic masculinity, and we're all just going to act like it's okay. And it's really shitty that more people aren't like, I don't even care. Like, to me, the incident is not that big a deal.
No.
But it's a big deal that that people don't understand what's wrong with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not that big of a deal. Ultimately, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect you. What does affect me and you is the stupidity that is surrounded by me.
Yeah.
And
it's between these two guys, right? Ultimately, it's between these two guys. One guy said something, another guy disagreed. Well, another guy's wife disagreed.
Right.
And we'll just leave it at that. That's all that this was. It was just a disagreement between two people.
It's an awful entanglement.
Like, there's nothing more to it. It just happened to happen on this scale, and everybody saw it, and everybody's blowing it out of proportion. What he should have done, what Will should have done, which would have saved him face and made him look like a decent stand-up guy, was not have said anything. And when he got up to say something about his reward. Granted, he may not have won, but still, don't say anything. He goes up, instead of his speech, he starts off by saying, my wife, what's her name? Jada. My wife Jada is a strong, beautiful, fantastic, talented woman, and I love her very much. And
Chris Rock, that was a low blow.
That was a low blow, or something to that effect. Like, rewrite his script a little bit, and then go. Okay,
he had to rewrite it anyway.
Yeah. So,
what I think he should have done,
so much face, and people would have actually respected him in that.
What I think he should have done after the slap, when he accepted the award, he went up and was like, sorry to the Academy, and that was it. It's like, I think you're forgetting someone there. But it would have been great if he just went up and he's like, shit, dude, I drank way too much. Well, sorry, Chris.
So we brought this up earlier. That's exactly the same excuse that Kanye West made when he interrupted Taylor Swift. Because, like,
it's a better excuse than doubling down on it.
Being a complete fucking asshole. Yeah, absolutely.
Doubling down on it. Yeah, it's fucked up.
God, Will Smith is a fucking bitch.
His movies suck anyway. Uh,
Lapdog piece of shit.
should we talk
Human
about video
garbage.
games? I think we should.
I think everything's a video game, and
That's
we're
true.
talking about it.
That's true.
Yeah,
S-
let's get into
Speaking
the
of video
actual
games,
video games.
Nick, what you been playing, dog?
Oh, you know what I've been playing?
I
You
do. Yeah.
okay. That's why you asked, right?
Yeah.
Um, I haven't only been playing, but I also have beaten Elden Ring. My first Souls game. Everybody, give me praise.
Congrats. Look at this man. Look at this man. He's praising the sun. He's praising the sun. He's no longer maidenless. This man over here.
I'm still maidenless, but I am still maidenless,
Mhm.
and
Same.
I lost my fingers.
I think that's why I resonated with Elden Ring so hard. Because I am
Maidenless.
maidenless.
Yeah.
Very relatable.
It's fucking fantastic, dude. This game's so good. I will say I have one gripe with the game. Well, I have a few gripes of the game. The end of the game, the final boss. There's no spoilers in this statement. The final boss is very large, and that is my least favorite enemy type in all. It's the reason I stopped playing most Souls games, because it feels like I'm hitting a brick wall or a building, right? And you only get to see animations on the legs, or the torso, or whatever you can see. If it's like a big old snake, you only see the torso. So you have to base your attacks and your timing on what kind of little baby shifts happen in the torso leg area region. That's just like it is ridiculous to expect people. I wish the camera like zoomed out when you got close to a big enemy, and it's like you're this tall now. Like normally you fit on the screen like this, right? And then you enter a big enemy region and you zoom out just so you can see the fucking enemy that you're attacking. I don't want to be looking at legs for 30 minutes as I like try to dodge these unreadable um attacks that it's throwing at me. But I enjoyed the fucking game. Um, the boss before the boss, the first phase of the final boss is really good. Second phase I hated, and I like the ending. The ending was pretty good. I got a pretty standard ending. I missed so much shit in the game. Even now, I'm playing a new character, and I'm going through like a guide on like IGN or the Wikipedia or something like that, and I'm kind of hitting every point of interest, and I'm like, well, I missed that. I missed that. I missed that. Oh, I missed that. I don't even know how I missed that. Like I was right in front of this place the whole time. So it's kind of interesting to actually do that too. Um, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I love the game, and I wish you would get into it a little bit more,
I will.
because
I
I'm
will.
gonna catch up to you
You know,
again.
I was gonna play it this weekend, right? And
Hmm.
I hopped online and I was there. I was there when you beat it, bro.
I know
Um,
you are. I
and
know.
I was like, I'm just not gonna play it. I'll just let Nick talk about it right now, and then I'll get to it. I'll get to it. But then I focused on some other shit. But
And
if you
what is that other shit?
you don't want to say
Yeah,
more
yeah,
about
yeah.
Elden Ring, or
No, that's it. That's all I
okay,
got.
okay.
That's all I got. You go. What is the other shit
I
that you've
played a
been
couple
playing?
things this week. Unlike the previous week where I didn't play that much, this week I actually did play some shit. One of those things not being Elden Ring, just because I didn't end up playing it. Sorry, I'll do it eventually. It intimidates me. Um,
Horizon? Did you play Horizon?
I did play Horizon. That
Okay.
is
Well,
one of the
that's
games.
understandable. That's understandable. I will accept a trade-off of those two games,
That is one of the games I played, and um, before I had just sort of been running through the game, just like the mainline story.
Mhm.
So when I popped it on Wednesday, which I've been playing live on stream, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do any main story shit today. I'm just going to do all side quest shit, right? So I went back to the beginning of the map and I started doing all the side quest shit. And it made me enjoy the game a lot more. Because I'm like,
Really?
okay, this world is actually alive. There's some good shit to do. It's kind of fun going around doing all this shit. Um, it does have like the Ubisoft thing where it's like you got to check mark all this shit.
Mhm.
but like it's like if Ubisoft did it well. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I like the climbing system, although it's a little wonky at times. It's a lot better than the first game. There are just certain sections of mountains where if you use your little like eye, like Dragon Ball sort of visor
your
thing.
scouter.
Yeah, if you use your scouter, you can see, oh, you can climb on this wall here, and you can climb up. It gets a little janky and weird, but it's a lot better than the first game as far as climbing goes. And and I have found like new weapons and stuff, and the story stuff I think is what's most impressive about the side quests. Most of the time when you play a side quest, it's like, hey, can you fetch this can for me? Which there is some of that shit in there. But a lot of the side quests are like, hey, our village is being taken over by this guy. And you're actually doing like a full on like mini quest where it's like, I have to get up this mountain to fight this guy, to find the heart of this bird, to take out this villager, to defend this villager and pay off their loans and stuff. And it's like, there's an actual story there, which I appreciate a lot. I think what the game fucks up though, and why I was just kind of beelining the main story initially is it doesn't, not that I want the game to outright tell me to do that stuff, but it doesn't even like nudge you to do that. In fact, it does the opposite. And a lot of fucking open world games do this where it's like, it's so urgent that we go and do this thing right now. Like we need to get this done right now. And I don't know why open world games do this with their stories, where it's like, we have to get this done now or everything's going to blow up and the world's going to explode and die. It's like, stop putting that in your games.
Can you do me a favor and we'll live stream it or something? When The Witcher 3 comes to PlayStation 5, instead of doing the spoiler casts, can you come over to my house and we'll play like 3 hours of Witcher every week? Because everything you are saying is just like, The Witcher did that. Like everything, like side missions have a story you want to do. They have a purpose. The fucking what did you literally just bring up that I forgot as I was saying?
The urgency.
The urgency. There's not really an urgency until like a certain part that makes you kind of like want to do that urgent thing. Gotcha. You know, it's I can't believe you haven't gotten into The Witcher because everything you're saying is just like,
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
down,
no
dude.
fetch quest.
I don't even need to go to your house. I'll just stream it and we'll just fucking play it over Discord.
I'll fucking Sundays. Watch you.
Let's do it,
man.
I'm down.
Let's do
Fuck
it. Do you have it?
I don't have it. We could wait until the PS5 version comes out.
I have it on PS4 if you want to do that.
I'll wait till the PS5 version just because there's a lot of games to play right now and it'll give us some time
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. It should come out in the summer is what they said. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Let's do it. I'm down. Fuck it.
Sweet. Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. What else? What else about Horizon are you liking?
Yeah, that's pretty much it though. I like the game a lot. I'm excited to beat it. I don't know if
how was the combat? I like the melee combat because that's kind of looked more interesting in the second one in Forbidden West than it was in the first one. I felt like in the first
melee
one
combat,
and then it was like, okay, well that's the only two moves you get. Whereas
melee combat is it's, to me, it kind of feels pretty much the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really about the bows. The only difference is like you can get these like now you get these like you could throw things like a spear.
Okay.
Now. So that kind of adds an element to the melee combat a little bit. Yeah. But it's really all about like roll away, shoot. Roll away, shoot, place a trap, shoot. That's kind of the... And then if it gets close to you, you can kind of smack it in the face or whatever.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Because I saw a couple of videos and I'm like, oh shit, the melee combat actually looks kind of fun.
I didn't mind it in the first one either. I thought the melee by the end of the game, you get this like staff that's just like super OP in the first game. And you just like start fucking only using the staff and just like hitting things. I imagine it'll be the same in this one. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited.
Cool. Yeah.
I've also been playing Triangle Strategy.
Oh, yes, the game that has
Um,
taken you away from everything else.
Pretty much, I intended it to just be like, this is my Switch game that I'll play on the couch or whatever. And then it's just like every chance I get, I'm like, I'm gonna play some triangle strategy. It's just like fun, man.
That's good. That's a good game. That's the sign of a game that's
Yeah,
pulled you in.
yeah. I've really enjoyed it. I think the story is pretty well done. It's a basic ass story if I'm being honest, but like it's pretty good. I like the characters a lot. I'm like bonded with all of my characters. I think it gets a little complicated the story wise. Just remembering like who like the bad guys, like who's from what city,
Mm-hmm.
and like it gets a
Yeah.
like I almost need a flow chart to like remember all that stuff. But yeah, I'm liking the story a lot, and the combat elements. It's like I said before, it's so basic, but it like that works for it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
we don't get basic games like this often, and it works. And like the character, like I just got this one character. She kind of looks like Harley Quinn, and her ability is like she can become a decoy. So she can like place a decoy of herself over here, and it goes by itself and like does this stuff. And like each character has its own little thing. And I'm just like enjoying all those characters, and I'm enjoying the gameplay of it. Um, but like I said to you just a moment ago, like I wish there was more combat stuff between story elements. Seems like it's really far between story elements and combat. Uh,
Really? So
yeah,
there's a lot of just bland story in between
I wouldn't
engaging
say
combat.
I wouldn't say bland, but it's just like there's just a lot of story between combat, and they could easily just slip in another combat section between the story elements.
Right.
Um, but like
I
the
gotcha.
the nice thing is you can go to your encampment, and there's like different training things that you can do to kind of add some more combat to it. I wish it added more of those too. And I think that's the biggest issue with this game is it's a little basic, and it would have been nice if there was just some more stuff in it.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm probably like 25 hours in, and, and I'm only like halfway done. So I don't
Oh,
know.
jeez.
There's there's a lot of game there for sure.
We
And
we
like
got a real Elden Ring over here.
yeah, it's got like side quests, but like they're not actually combat quests. They're just more story dialogue stuff. So
Huh.
like they really
Is-
they went hard with the story.
Are there like dialogue options in this game?
Oh, I was going to talk about this. Okay, so one of the big things of this game is, dialogue options don't happen every time, but when they happen, they leave an impact. So you can talk to your characters at certain moments, and if you choose the right dialogue option, it will later give you an advantage when you try to convince them to vote a certain way. Because you vote on certain story elements that make the game progress in either this way or that way. Um,
Gotcha.
and one of the things that happened to me, right? Oh, we're starting to lose Nick. Oh God. But one of the things that happened to me was there's like this prince that we're defending, and the army is coming to get this prince, and the army that's coming to get the prince says, if you give me Prince Roland, we will not attack your village. So you have to vote whether to give up the prince or defend the prince, and it'll fuck up your village, right?
Oh,
Or, just fight to defend the village. So
that is
I
kind of
ended
cool.
up picking to defend the prince. What I didn't know is that the actual fight takes place on the village, and they send so many troops at you that there's these little pillars, right? And if you click on the pillars, it lights sections of the map on fire and kills everything in that fire
Oh,
section
wow.
and destroys part of the village. So I was like, well, I'm just going to do this without setting the village on fire. And it's one of the hardest combat sections I've ever had in a fucking strategy game. Like, it was fucking intense, man. I died like 7, 8 times. And each time you try, it's like an hour. So, like,
Oh my God.
And by the end of it, I ended up just sort of cheesing it, where I killed all of his archers, and I have this little bird guy, and I just kind of flew around shooting arrows at him until he finally died. So like, there's cool shit in the game like that I'm like, this is actually a pretty cool and neat game, and it's kind of a bummer no one's talking about it, because it is actually a pretty cool game, and the visual style is really good and neat. But yeah, that's
Cool.
what I've been playing, dog.
Cool, man.
Let's get into the titties now that we're 42 minutes into the show.
Hell yeah, dude.
Titty number one. These are some tidbits of news, by the way, if you've never seen the show. Sony has filed a new trademark for KNACK.
What does this mean?
Am I getting a new KNACK? That's what everyone's speculating.
That's obviously either something to do with neck. Yeah,
No.
dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think so. I think Mark Cerny is like, dude, we got to bring
this
back
game.
KNACK. We got to bring back KNACK. I fixed it. I fixed it, guys. It's perfect. It's going to be the next Ratchet and Clank.
No.
Yeah.
I think they're just filing the trademark just to update the trademark. Just so in the future they have the trademark still.
It could be.
I mean, I just think about the amount of fucking 3D platformers that Sony has right now. Like, they don't need KNACK. They've got Ratchet and Clank. They've got Astrobot. They've got Sackboy. They've got, I mean, I guess you could even throw like Spider-Man in there as kind of a platformer. Like, sort of. But like, they've got enough platformers. They don't need KNACK. They could go back to Sly Cooper if they want. Like, they don't need KNACK, you know? So.
No. But KNACK is the greatest game of all time, and everybody knows it.
I agree. Fantastic.
So,
if I'm being honest, they are slept on games. They're not as bad as everyone says. I've played both of them. They're not that bad.
Everybody says they're fantastic. So
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think it's nothing to fucking worry about. It's just business. And somebody happened to catch this business and was just like, "Oh,
we should probably update that."
Yeah. So,
GTA Online Plus was announced, which is basically a subscription service for GTA Online with 3 different tiers. I don't have them in front of me because it doesn't matter.
Is there 3 different tiers?
I
thought there was. Oh no, it's not 3 different tiers. I'll pull up the website right now.
I think
this is the official Rockstar Games website. There's a new membership program exclusively for GTA Online on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, launching March 29th. It's providing early access and a range of valuable benefits, both new and long-standing players. Mumbo jumbo, blah blah blah. Everybody gets 500. Everybody who pays sign up for just $5.99 a month, starting on March 29th via the PlayStation Store. I'm not gonna fucking sell it to you.
Isn't there a $10 one though too?
No,
so I'm just wrong.
I think it's literally just one. So here's a breakdown of the benefits that you get. Don't buy this.
Yeah.
Don't buy this. It's stupid. But if you are going to buy it, or your mom's gonna buy it, or whatever, GTA dollars, I guess, 500,000 delivered automatically to your Maze bank account. Ooh, you get something called the Principe de Viste 8, whatever that means. It comes along with a complimentary House Special Works upgrade. Like, am I speaking English? Am I speaking English here?
Also, a brand new NFT.
There's the auto shop located in La Mesa introduces an assortment of gameplay updates from Los Santos tuners. So more car shit, I guess. Waived LS car meet membership fees. What? Like, there's membership fees for digital car meets. This GTA Online is the metaverse, right?
Basically,
like that's kind of what I'm getting here. Is GTA Online is the metaverse. You also get yacht. Oh, if you own a yacht, which I don't in GTA Online because I haven't played in a very long time, and money is bullshit in that game. Yacht owners can upgrade to the super yacht, Aquarius super yacht, at no additional cost. Cool. There's a frog tee and a basketball top and shorts that you automatically get. You get car liveries and free paints and emblems from the auto shop, and 3 times GTA money and RP, and 2 times car meet rep. You get nothing interesting. You get shit money on a shit digital game that's 9 years old, just so that you spend money on this game so that when the next game comes out, they can raise the price of this and also make $75 off of you when it comes out. This is the biggest, scummiest thing as of lately that I've seen in video games.
I
Any
agree.
thoughts?
Yeah,
Okay.
totally agree 100%. Why it just to me seems like they're taking all the things that make you want to play the game and just like making it not fun and making me not want to play that game. I mean, I already haven't, but like that used to be the fun part of the game. It's like, hey, you do these fucking heists and then you could afford an
Yeah.
apartment. And then
Yep.
now it's like, well, you got to do more than just heists. You got to pay
You have to
10
pay
fucking
money. You have to pay
yeah,
real money
cuz
to
they're
pay real money
cuz their
for a
in-game
house.
economy is fucked up on
Yeah.
purpose. You know,
Yeah, they've done it themselves.
it's arcade games all over again. It's
It's
but like
like
so much worse.
you have to spend $40 million on a vehicle. I think the most expensive vehicle that you can buy in real life is $10 million. I'm gonna look this up.
He's looking, guys. Everyone, audio listeners, he's looking. Look at him. Look at him look. Oh,
I'm looking.
look at him.
$18.7 million is the Bugatti Veyron or Bugatti La Voutre Noir. 18.7 million. What is the most expensive vehicle in GTA Online? Most expensive vehicles. Oh, well, I guess I'm wrong. It's a jet. Although I think this is base game. The most expensive vehicles is a jet for $10 million. That doesn't seem right. That does not seem right. When was this posted? Continue without disabling. Number one is $5 million. Anyway,
I don't know
I'm
what
wrong.
you, I don't know what you're trying to prove here, but
I'm just saying, the money system is fucked in
yeah,
this.
yeah,
It's so
totally.
fucked in this.
Well,
And
I'm sure yacht is super expensive. I mean, it's got to be. But
yeah,
like
I don't know. I
all
don't
that
know what it
shit, you got to like just to play the game. If you need like a car meet
is.
membership to like do some sort of car meet game play,
Yeah.
it's like
Or play the heist, you have to have a certain amount. You have to have a certain apartment or, certain like bunker, I think is a new thing,
yeah,
or an old thing that is new for me. A bunker in order to start certain heists now. And it's like you have to have 50 million to buy this bunker. You can have it upgraded for like 100 million, and also fuck you. You have to pay for it because our in-game economy just makes no fucking sense. You earn $100 a race, and
yeah,
that's the most expensive thing you can do.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's trash. Speaking of trash, I'm gonna lump these two things together here, but both Netflix acquires its third game studio in 6 months, and I'm not gonna like specify what the game studio is. It's nothing really of note. I just think it's worth noting that they've gotten 3 studios in 6 months, so they're really diving headfirst into gaming. And also, I'm gonna lump this in here just so we could talk about both of these things at the same time. But Amazon Game Studios boss has stepped down, and what I want to ask you here, Nick, is what do you think the future is for both Netflix gaming and Amazon gaming? What do you think? What do you think?
Amazon gaming is a travesty, and it's going to flop every single time they try to do something. Netflix gaming, I feel like it could be something. I feel like because Netflix was the first ones to do Netflix, right? Like Netflix and chill. We all know it. Netflix was the first streaming service. I don't know if that's technically correct, but it's the first big streaming service. I have a feeling that they have a plan for their gaming thing, whatever it may be. I know we've gotten a couple of details on it, but I don't think they're giving out any information because it's going to be big. It'll be like a an Apple, showcase where it's like there's a new iPhone, but it's like Netflix next big thing. And it'll be like a whole thing. It'll be like the 2 hour event that people watch, and it's like now we're gonna charge you $30 a month, and it's going to be video games and movies, and you can't get away from it. If you want to watch the movies, you got to pay for the video games as well. Um, what do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I think that's very true for Netflix. I think whatever it is they're gonna do, it's just gonna be like included in your Netflix subscription. So
Mhm.
then, like,
Then they can raise the price of it.
well, I don't think they'll raise the price initially. I
Maybe
think the
not.
price of Netflix is already getting pretty fucking high. Like it just
Mhm.
got up to $20 now or something. Like just something
Oh
absolutely
no.
insane. I think that like for the top tier, for like multiple screens or whatever. But
Wait. Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, but I still think it's like $13 for like the basic package, which is a lot, for a streaming service.
My
And
God, $20 a month for HD and Ultra HD. That's
yeah.
all you get.
So if you want to watch
Four
in
and four
and four
screens.
screens. So if you want to watch in 4K, it costs you $20 a month. And then I think the level under that is HD, which is like $15. And then the very low
1550. Yeah, and that doesn't have 4K. And then the basic is $10.
and that's only
And that
standard
doesn't
def
yeah,
as well.
it doesn't even have HD.
No, yeah, it's just standard def. So no one has that.
That is so shitty.
Yeah, so Netflix is already getting really expensive. So I
And
think
you don't
if they
that
threw
is
on
so
this like gaming
shitty.
service that's just like, hey, inside of here, if you click on this game and you connect a controller to whatever device you're using, you can play it via streaming or whatever. I think it just like adds some value to their already expensive service. And then in the future, when they do raise the price, they're like, well, we have gaming now too, so we can do that. But they won't do that
Mhm.
for like at least a year or two after they launch Netflix gaming or whatever. But yeah,
Right.
I think that's what they're going for. It'd be a cool acquisition for Netflix. I don't want it to happen just because I love this studio, but I could see Netflix acquiring this studio is Annapurna.
Yeah.
Uh, Both because Annapurna makes a lot of artsy fartsy animated films as
Mhm.
well as artsy fartsy games. And that's
Mhm.
kind of, I know Netflix makes a lot of trash, but they also make a lot of art house stuff. So I could see
Mhm.
Netflix getting that just for the clout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just because it fits in their repertoire.
Yeah. As far as Amazon Gaming, oh man, I mean, we all kind of knew that was going to be a shit show from the beginning, and it has been.
Mhm.
I know Lost World was kind of popular when it first kind of bounced onto the scene, but I know it's like really, really dropped in concurrent player base. So, yeah, that's a thing. I don't think anyone's fucking with what is it, Luna? Is that what their thing is called?
I don't.
Amazon Luna?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is though.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
Google is
remember what that
Stadia,
is.
right? So it's a
Yeah.
Luna. Yeah, I don't think anyone's fucking with Luna.
No.
Even in the game releases, we'll see Stadia on there. We'll never see Luna. Luna's never on
Never.
like this game's coming to Luna. Never.
Never.
So I can't imagine Amazon Gaming sticking around, and I feel like the boss stepped down because he's like this is a sinking ship. I'm getting off now.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
He says in his statement that he's like I want to go spend it with my family. So he probably got some big payout to
Yeah.
step
Yeah.
down, and because he knew it was a sinking ship. So that's what I think happened.
Yeah. For sure.
Uh,
I don't know if he got a payout, but he probably got paid well enough, and he's like, I can live on this for a while.
Well, he probably had like some stocks, is what I mean, and he like sold
Yeah,
some
yeah, for
stocks or
sure.
whatever.
Hmm.
Speaking of sinking ships, we'll cover this for just a second because I don't think either of us have watched it, but it's worth noting. The Halo show came out, or it started, and people seem to not like it very much. So
Yep, I hear it's
that's
bad.
yeah.
And were you expecting anything else?
I think they could
Yeah,
make a
Halo fans, were you expecting anything else? Halo is a bad story. I will die on that hill. I will die on that hill. That is a bad story. With the, I, it's bad Star Wars. Bad Star Wars,
it's bad
and it
Mass
always
Effect.
will be. It's bad Mass Effect. It's bad. It's just bad. It's not interesting at all.
That's why I think
Um,
like a Halo movie or show could work because what I've always felt about Halo is it's just like so basic that anyone could take it and like manipulate it into something interesting. But you
I don't think so because the lore is there. If you fuck with the lore, the diehard fans they're gonna
it's
be like,
true.
no, that's not how it works. But the lore is just so shit that like you can't make anything good from that and also keep to um the the shit. You can't stay within
The shit.
the lore, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be shitty in order to be a Halo anything.
Yeah,
Like
I honestly don't
hey,
know enough about Halo to even
it's bad.
yeah. I believe
It's
you.
I've read a couple of books that put me to sleep and played most of the games that put me to sleep and I've heard lore from, people who know the lore more than I do and I've looked some stuff up on Wikipedia. It's I hate it. I honestly I hate it. I hate Halo lore. It's bad. It's bad and I don't know why Xbox is holding on to this fucking IP.
I heard
It's,
Master Chief took his helmet off in the first episode. What up with that? Why is he doing that?
oh, it's because Mandalorian did it.
He didn't take it off in the first episode.
Not in the first
Took like
episode,
a
but
whole fucking
Mandalorian.
season for him to take his
Oh,
fucking helmet off.
I know, but still, they got to copy somebody.
And it was like a big moment when he took his helmet off. What are you doing, Halo? Take some notes, baby. Look at
Yeah,
fucking RoboCop 2016. I think it's 2014. Whenever that movie came out.
I actually kind of like that movie.
That movie rules, dude. Carl
Yeah.
Urban, dude. The guy from Thor Ragnarok with Dez and Troy. That's who played RoboCop. Or no,
Really? Okay.
no. He played Dredd. He played Dredd.
Oh, hmm.
They're similar. There's similar movies.
They are similar. They are very similar.
I like both of those movies. I like both of them. Anyway, this is our only.
We lost a viewer because I said something about Halo 3
Yeah,
or
probably.
Halo in general. Fuck you. Fuck
Probably.
you. I'll die on this hill. Fight me. Come in the chats.
This is our only piece of news.
Yes.
I actually think they left because I fucked up RoboCop and Dread.
I don't think so. I don't think
that's
anybody's
what it
paying
is.
attention to the lore of that as much as people are paying attention to the lore of Halo.
You don't think people care about RoboCop or Dread?
Maybe some people, be both equally.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
No, I think you're actually right. Halo's
also like
Halo's far more popular. Yeah. Anyway, this is our only piece of news here. And I want to talk about it. I mean, I'm excited to talk about this actually. Sony to unveil a PlayStation subscription as soon as next week. This comes from Jason Schreier and Takashi
6ix9ine.
Mochizuki from Bloomberg. Sony Group Core is preparing to introduce new video game subscription service for the PlayStation as early as next week, said people familiar with plans, whatever that means. Here's just like a little reminder of what this is all about. The service, which has been in development under the codename Spartacus, is Sony's answer to Microsoft Corp's Xbox Game Pass, a sort of Netflix for video games that has amassed more than 25 million subscribers. Sony will debut with a splashy lineup of hit games from recent years, said the people, who requested anonymity because the plans are private. Sony's new service will combine two of its current offerings, PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus. Customers will be able to choose from multiple tiers, offering catalogs of modern games and classics from older PlayStation eras. Documents obtained by Bloomberg last year showed the most expansive tier will also give players access to extended demos and the ability to stream games over the internet. A spokesperson for Sony didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Nick.
Yes, sir.
Well, first of all, do you think we're going to see that this week? And if we do, what are you expecting to see from Spartacus? Like, what are your predictions with Spartacus? I know we have like a little bit of info here. It's a combo of PS Plus and PlayStation Now, and it's got different tiers, and that's pretty much all we know. What do you expect from Spartacus, and do you think we're going to see it this week? And if we do see it this week, when's this shit coming out?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Thursday.
You think it's coming out day and date?
No. Coming out. Actually, no. Next month. Next month. It'll probably be like May, late April, May.
Yeah.
But they also apparently leaked the tiers and the dollar amounts for the tiers. I don't know if you saw this, and I don't know how accurate this is, but the lowest tier is $9 or $10 every 3 months. I don't know. They put this here, so it seems like you're paying less every year, but you're actually paying more. $10 every 3 months for online play and free game demos. So basic shit. And then it seems to be going bronze, silver, gold, platinum. The silver tier 2, $30 every 3 months. Online play, free game demos, game streaming. So it sounds like you get some sort of, I don't know what that means. xCloud sort of situation that probably doesn't work anyway. $40 every 3 months, online play, free game demos, game streaming, monthly free games, and monthly store discounts. So that's the PlayStation Plus that we already have. And then the Platinum has online play, free game demos, game streaming, monthly free games, monthly store discounts, exclusive offers at PlayStation Store. I'm guessing that's their gear shop. And access to select PS3, PS4, PS5 titles streaming for $60 every 3 months. That's quite excessive, if you ask me. That is $20 a month.
Can you send that to me, like, or just put a link to it in the document here so I can look at that?
Yeah. I will do that. I'll just send it through the Discord chat.
That works.
No, I can't. I'll put it in the document.
That also works.
There you go. It's at the bottom. Yeah, so if you do the math on that, which I kind of did for the Platinum, it's $20 a month, and that comes out to $240 every year, not including tax. That's kind of steep. If you ask me, that's kind of steep. And if these numbers are true, PlayStation is going to have to bring the heat. They're going to have to have something that I want to pay $20 a month for. It seems very steep. I'll say that again.
Every 3 months.
Every Jesus. 3 months. Yeah. What else were you saying?
So that's like $240 a year?
$240 a year. Right now we're paying $60 a year?
Yeah, because even the gold tier is like $120 a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is like far more. And like, what does this mean if you already? I hope this isn't accurate, dude, because this sucks.
It sucks. It sucks. It sucks so much. And if it's true, I'm so glad I got a PC, and you need to focus on building a PC.
Well, yeah, we're almost there, baby. We're almost there. Yeah, this is really fucking shit. If this is true, I hope it's not. I think the tiers will probably look like this. I hope the pricing's wrong.
Yeah, me too.
But like, also, I think what's also really concerning to me is it says game streaming.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
I
like
think
game
I
downloads.
think that's just to simplify it to be like game, like it's a streaming service. You download it and then play it. I think that's just simplified because how else are you gonna word that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, stream. Yeah, I guess you're right.
But who knows? Fucking PlayStation could probably shit the bed on. I'm guessing Thursday. They're
But
gonna
like,
come
I
out
mean,
on Thursday and they're gonna be
honest.
like, "Hey, everybody, we're doing a streaming service just like we did with PlayStation. Now we didn't learn our lesson. Fuck you. You got to pay more for Xbox or PlayStation Plus." Um, it could be like that. And if that's true, then boy, oh boy,
Yeah,
boy,
the
oh
more I'm
boy.
looking at this, I'm like, the silver tier might be fine just because that's basically their Game Pass or whatever. But like, because that'll be like you get online play and Game Pass with silver tier.
I don't think
Uh,
that's Game Pass. I don't think that's Game Pass. I think the silver tier is just um game streaming. Like you can stream to your phone, or it's their cloud based stuff.
well, that's what
Whereas
I'm saying. There is no like Game Pass. That's what I mean. It only says game streaming. There is no like you can download these games. So that's why I was thinking like, because I was really hoping that some of these PS3, PS4 titles, especially PS3, would come to a place where I could actually download them as
Mhm.
opposed to streaming them, because I just don't want to stream games. It eats up my internet.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I will never stream games as long as
like
the
maybe
internet
one, yeah, maybe
is
one
capped.
day if my shit's like on capped, but
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't want to stream games because it just eats through my internet. And if it's a service that I can't download games, I don't want it.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
honestly how I feel. And
100%.
yeah, I think we're coming to a point where I may only use PlayStation for new PlayStation games,
Yep.
and I will re-up my online with the $9.99 when I need it,
Yeah.
which is shitty because I have been a PlayStation Plus subscriber for like a decade. uh,
More, yeah.
like what
Yeah.
the fuck? What does this mean for somebody who already has their shit prepaid for the next 2 years or whatever? Like, what is
Oh,
that?
you
How
you
does that
probably go
transition?
right into the gold.
You think the gold?
I think you go right into the gold.
'Cause it
I
seems
think
like the
that's what it is.
silver is more like what we
Could you
currently
imagine?
have.
Could you imagine them going, "Hey, PlayStation Plus members, you know that gold sign that you've been looking at? We're going to reduce you to a silver sign."
I mean, but like if you look at it financially speaking, current
Yes.
currently
Yeah.
a year's worth of plus is what, $70.
I think
So,
it's 60, yeah.
but like the silver tier is $90 a year, so
Right.
that would check out as the one that you would be grandfathered into,
Mhm.
and then you could
Yeah.
probably upgrade if this is accurate. Once again, we
Yeah.
don't know,
We don't
and
know. And
and
the
it's called
parent there's some
PlayStation Plus Neo
I guess. Um, the it's we've been getting so many rumors in the past week
on April
of
7th, 2022.
yeah.
I
So
didn't even see that up
that's
there.
that's 2 week. That's a week from now. Um,
We'll see.
I don't know. Uh,
I hate this. I hate it. Game
well,
Pass wins.
hopefully this is wrong.
Game
Hopefully
Pass
this
wins, baby.
hopefully this is wrong, and it's just somebody on the internet going like, "Yeah, I've made this," and you know.
Yeah, that's totally what I'm thinking.
So hopefully, fingers crossed. But there have been quite a bit of
It kind of looks photoshopped
info
to me
coming
though,
out.
dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. This image that you're showing me, just the way that the images line up with the add to cart,
Add to cart. Yeah, I was looking at that too.
it looks photoshopped to me.
Yeah, it could be.
I hope
It
it
could
is,
be.
because this is really shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I could look up to see like what people are saying about it.
What I'm hoping is, the different tiers. I would like it if the bottom tier, I guess, is like discounts, online play, and free game demos. Right? I would like that. Like that's your bottom tier. You get game discounts, you get online play, free game demos. Second tier, I would like it to be like, here's your your equivalent to Game Pass, your online play game, and whatever else, the everything prior. And then gold tier, it would be nice if it's like, here's streaming. You get streaming with gold tier and everything mentioned before. And I don't know. I don't even think you need a fourth tier.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't
You
think
don't
so
need
either.
a fourth tier. I don't even know what to add. Free games in the fourth tier, I guess.
Yeah.
And the pricing needs to look different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
240 bucks a year for PlayStation Plus. That's bullshit, dude. Who's going to pay that?
I don't know.
And
It's
then just for
will
like
pay it.
the one that we currently have is like 120 a year. That's bullshit. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when Game Pass is fucking what? Like
120 a year.
it's like $10 a month.
$10 a month.
I
Yeah,
guess it is
120
120 a year when you really think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
When you
Video
put it in that
games are getting
perspective,
expensive, man.
fuck, man, that is expensive. But it is becoming more of like a streaming service, I suppose, where it's like you cancel and start it more and more.
Yeah.
Where like PlayStation Plus was like, I had this forever.
Yeah. It's just something that you kept up with, and now it's becoming, oh, I'm running out of money.
Yeah,
I need to figure out what subscriptions.
Now it's gonna be like 1 month I'm playing my computer, and 1 month I'm playing my PlayStation.
Yeah. Yep. You wanna move on? Finish it up?
Yeah, I guess we can. Well, with that is the end of the show. Recent reviews via OpenCritic. We got Tiny Tina Wonderlands. Got a 79 for 56 critic reviews, which is a lot lower than I was anticipating it to be.
Really? I imagined it was...
Well,
I think it's a little higher.
I
was expecting like 74.
I was expecting like an 80 at least, because I've just heard a lot of people say, hey, this is pretty good. Pretty fun. Good times.
I've kind of heard the opposite, honestly. It's like, yeah, it's just Borderlands 3, but better.
Huh. Kirby and the Forgotten, you put Lambs, which is funny. Kirby and the Forgotten Lambs got an 84 from 53 critic reviews. That's pretty good. I was expecting that to be a little higher as well, just because
I was expecting that to be lower as well.
I've just heard a lot of love for this game as well. Just like a lot of love for this one.
Where are you going?
Ghostwire Tokyo got 76 from 116 critic reviews. That seems to be exactly where I thought it would be. And Rune Factory 5 got a 68 from 41 critic reviews. And for it being its fifth entry, I have no idea what this franchise is. So there you go.
Nice. Yep. Absolutely.
Next week in games, or I'm going to change this. This week in games, Crusader Kings 3 comes to PS5, Xbox Series X and S on March 29th. Death Stranding Director's Cut comes to the PC on March 30th. I'll have to buy that game for a third time. Moss Book 2 comes to PlayStation VR on March 31st. I had no idea they were making another Moss game. I completely forgot.
Yeah, you did.
I think I did. Now that I'm seeing it, I remember them announcing it. I didn't know it was coming out though. And then Weird West, which I've heard things about. I know really nothing about it, but I've heard about it.
It's a Devolver Digital game.
Yeah, I've heard neat things about it, I guess. It's coming to PS5, Xbox Series XS, PS4, Xbox One, and PC on March 31st. That is the end of the show. Make sure you check out all the other Lonercast shows. Make sure you check out my Oscar review thing that I did. I don't know, topic video.
Who's Oscar?
I don't know. Who is this
All
motherfucker,
right,
dude?
I don't know.
Oscar Mayer?
He's starting shit, man.
Gotta be starting something. Also, me and Nick just finished the MCU in review spoiler cast thing. Check that out. Watch all of them. Go through. You watch all of them.
We went through all 31 movies and shows.
And shows.
And we have ranked them. And have you done the Letterboxd?
Yeah.
And shared that? Okay, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the Letterboxd.
I didn't share it, but I did update it. I need to share
you updated it. You need to share.
Yeah.
So we'll have that up too. Our reviews, and you're probably going to disagree with a lot of them. So
that's fun though.
Fuck you.
What I would say to anyone listening to this right now, go back, start with Iron Man, watch Iron Man, then watch our video. And do that with every movie, and you'll have a fun time.
And comment on those videos.
Comment, like it, boost it.
And we'll go back and we'll fucking have a conversation with you.
That is the fun thing about the spoiler cast that we did. I think they will forever be relevant as people are like going back and rewatching these movies and wanting to see perspectives after they watch a movie. I know I do that with old movies. I'm like, what do people think about this movie now? Like, yeah, so that's cool. It's always there. So if you want to go watch those, do it. And we'll return to spoiler casts when we feel it necessary. Morbius, maybe? No.
Oh, fuck no, dude. I am not seeing that movie. Jared Leto is right there with Will Smith for me right now. I have no respect. No respect.
Check us out on Twitter at LonerCast1. My Twitter handle is at emergencypizza_. Nick is at fatal_microwave. Check us out on twitch.tv/lonercast. Of course, check us out on YouTube and podcast feeds. I don't know. Everywhere.
Around the world.
Around the world. Around the world. Around the world.
All right, you're singing that too well. We're going to get flagged.
See ya. Bye-bye.